Pisces, let's get into a reading. So we're going to see why this person's keeping their distance from you. Why are they keeping their distance? Let's keep an open mind, guys, okay? Keep an open mind. Now, in the pre-shuffle energy, I did see I keep a close eye on your social media. Are you surprised? More than likely not. You guys put it in the comments all the time. I hear that all the time. Maybe because they're doing it all the time. Maybe this person has a little bit of like obsessiveness around checking your social media and seeing what you're doing, what's going on. Your absence from my life is making me look at things that I have tried to avoid all along. You think you don't mean that much to me. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, there's some sort of lack. This is an energy of like, I feel depleted. I feel broke. Whether it's emotionally, literally, mentally. There is a lack energy here. You know what I just heard? Yeah, now they know how it feels to miss you because you once missed them that much. So maybe there's an energy here, especially with the wheel underneath, where tables have turned, things have turned, luck has turned. You're feeling a little more lucky. I'm hearing Britney Spears' song, She's So Lucky, She's a Star. So you could be in your feminine energy. Things coming towards you left and right. This could be someone where tables are turning in their life, but it's the complete opposite. Maybe they used to be able to ignore it, can't ignore it anymore. Maybe this was something where it's like, yeah, I'll think about it when I have time. Now I got nothing but time. Now it doesn't matter what I got on my plate. You're exactly what I'm thinking about while I'm getting the oil changed, while I'm doing that paperwork. That's what I'm saying here. You could now be a star in this person's eyes. Why are they keeping their distance? Trying to slow walk this, which could have led to someone walking away, now seeing you as something different. This relationship grew you substantially. So when you first met this person versus who you are now, we're talking two different people. We're talking night and day. We're talking... This is amazing. Let's see. I'm realizing that I was the problem here and that I needed to take accountability. But instead, I blamed you because that was easier. This person could feel very possessive over you. That could be something that makes them feel uncomfortable. Have you ever really loved someone to the point where you would do something questionable for that person? Here's an example. Maybe you're not a fighter. Maybe you're big on, I'm a lover, not a fighter. I hug people, not hit people. But if someone was to come at the person that you claim to be the love of your life sideways, I guarantee that fighter is going to come out in you. I guarantee there's going to be a part of you that's like, oh, hold on a second. Now I'll hug, but I might be hugging trees real quick and not people because I'm about to punch this one. Sometimes loving someone and it having the ability to make you feel out of control emotionally, physically, can make you feel so uncomfortable. It's like you have to overly control. I got to get a grasp. I got to get a grip. I can't be acting this way. That's what I'm feeling here. Someone could have loved the way you made them feel, but also hated the way you made them feel because you made them feel out of control. You made them feel things where they're jealous. They're possessive. Okay. What does this person want to say to you? I just seen I'm consumed with desire. So feeling a lot of desire. What else do they want to say to you? The person that's keeping their distance. They want to say, not telling you everything I feel for you is haunting me. They could have wanted to tell you that you're the person they want to build a future with. I want to say but that's what I want to say. Give me something. I'm trying to build up the courage to finally approach you. Again, craving you. keeping their distance but craving you. The moment I met you, I knew that you were what I was praying for. Remember, guys, these are my oracles. If you ever want to check them out, you can find them down below. This person's been thinking a lot recently about the times you guys have shared together. All right. How do they view this connection? They view it as something where there could be a blockage for it to move forward or for it to progress. Give me a little bit more on how they view this connection. A little bit more on how they view this connection. Yeah, it's something where it's been a fight. They could even view you as someone where you've put up a wall, a defense towards this connection because you feel that there's a blockage. Or you feel that they're deliberately not making a choice or not seeing the issues. So here's an example. If you've ever been in a relationship that went for some time or married, there's going to be arguments where maybe you're trying to get them to see a different perspective or to see, okay, this is harming the family. Your excessive spending is a problem. You just leaving and not respecting anyone and telling us where you're going, that's a problem. But sometimes other people don't want to see the issues. Yeah, they say that they're big about taking accountability, but taking accountability and saying that you're going to do it, two different things, two different paths, two different beings, okay? That's what I'm saying here. How do they currently feel for you? Feeling like they want to put in a lot of effort and dedication. Feeling like they want to be dedicated to this. I want to be consistent. This is definitely somebody who wants a reunion or wants to go out and have fun with you, celebrate with you. They could be unsure how to get this to a place of peace. They could be unsure what action to take. What is holding them back from taking action? Yeah, being worried, being anxious, being stressed, and postponing it for the future. Well, when this happens, then I'll do this. Well, in the future, I can do this. That's this person's energy. They keep saying how they're gonna do something. How when this happens, then they will do this. So right now, they're not really in a place of taking action. They're in a place of worrying, stressing about it, being unsure about it. Okay, so let's see. What does this person like about you? What does this person like about you? What do they like about you, Pisces? They like that you're willing to have fun, but that you're also mature enough to not get caught up in your indulgences. They love that you are able to see them through eyes that maybe they couldn't see themselves in when they needed it the most. So you've seen a part of this person that they didn't think they were capable of being. Now they think that they are. But there's also an energy of, but you've seen it before I could. You've seen who I truly was before I seen it. You believed in me before I even believed in myself. And they could feel like you learned some sort of lesson and that you're very emotionally mature, emotionally stable, and that you have the ability to maybe admit things to yourself, even if it's hard. You're the kind of person where, you know how like sometimes somebody will be in love with someone and they might feed themselves a delusion, but they're in love with me, they're just busy. You're the kind of person where you're like, they might love me, but they don't love me the way I want to be loved. And if they were really that busy, they wouldn't be on Facebook. They wouldn't be on Snapchat. They're not busy. They're not making time for me. And that's you being emotionally available. That's you being emotionally mature, because you're able to look at yourself and say, this truth hurts, but I'm also mature and stable enough to recognize that sometimes the truth is right there in front of us. Sometimes the statement, if they wanted to, they would, is simply that. It's a statement. It can sometimes be a fact, or it can sometimes be a blockage to a future simply because it's not the right time. But you're not scared of telling yourself that. Maybe this person's your future, but maybe they're not your now. And maybe you're the kind of person where that's like a dagger to your heart, but you would rather be honest with yourself about what something is compared to what it could be, what it should be, what it might be, what you wanted it to be. So they love that you're able to be emotionally open and vulnerable and compassionate and available, but that you're also at a place where you're like, don't get it twisted. I'll tell myself the hard truths too. I'll tell myself the things that I don't want to hear too. That's fine. That's how you are. And that's something that they like about you. You're very down to earth. You're very emotionally stable and secure. All right? What do they like about this connection? They like that it's fair, that it's balanced. They like that it's consistent. Current feelings are the same as the card that first come out. Feeling emotionally depleted, feeling without, missing you, yearning for you, wanting some sort of collaboration, but maybe a collaboration not being enough. So this person snooping, it isn't enough. That maybe used to be fulfilling enough, being in your energetic atmosphere, but now it's not enough. Now that's not fulfilling anymore. And Spirit's even saying that there could be an unknowing on whether or not this is going to be able to be made into a union or some sort of stability. This person could have not made changes in their life until it become almost too late. And now they're worried that, okay, I'm starting to make the changes that I need to make to be with you, but what if it is too late? What if, now I'm ready to make the changes, but I postponed the changes so much so that now that I postponed them this long, you're moving on or you're going to something different or your life is progressing. And maybe, just maybe, when I thought the timing was right, it was completely wrong. Maybe I postponed so much that I missed the right time. And when I come to you, you might already be in something. You might then look at me and go, yeah, I wanted this, but I wanted this then. I don't want it now. And I'm glad that you've made those changes, but those changes do not mean that you're going to get me. You should have made those changes before. You should have done this before. All of this needed to happen sooner. That's what I'm saying here. And that could be the indecisiveness. It's because I feel like this person wants to get to a place of stability. They're trying to move on in their life, but it's very slow. So maybe these changes are slow changes. Maybe it's just something as simple as, I don't want to work here anymore, but I also know that if I'm not going to work here, I'm going to have to give my notice or I need to go find another job, and it might take longer than they want. And in that time, as they're taking the action to get them to where they want to go, you might be taking action to get you where you want to go because you no longer perceive it as this person. You're like, oh, well, if I'm supposed to go down that path, I will. I didn't, so that's not meant for me. And this person could be like, but wait a second, I'm making changes. And deep down, there could be an internal struggle of, but what if it's too late? What if as soon as you start making those changes and you really do say, I don't want to work here anymore, I'm leaving this relationship, I'm getting a divorce, whatever that looks like, that it is then too late. That could be a fear for this person, and that could be something that they're kind of keeping close to their chest, is that they're spying on you and that they could be getting messages of bad news, and the message of bad news could be, hey, I'm doing things you never thought I was going to do. Maybe it's opening up your options. Maybe it's getting to a place of peace on your own, or being indecisive if this person is ever going to do the thing to get this to a place of peace or move this forward. Sometimes the Six of Swords is a very slow moving energy, okay? So it's kind of like putting a rowboat beside a horse. Which one do you think is going to go faster? If you put a rowboat in the lake and you put a horse on shore, which one do you think is going to beat the other? I guarantee the horse will. Well, if we're in a rowboat, if we're just kind of rowing our way there, that can take some time. Well, you also need what? Stamina. That's what I'm saying here. So for some of you, this person's having an internal battle. What if I just made choices that were not wise? What if I just completely changed my life, shifted my life? The thing I want to go after is now a thing that I can't have. Was it a good choice to shift my life? I wanted to move to Alabama to be with you. I moved to Alabama to be with you maybe 6 months after I should have, 6 months after I told you I would, 6 months a little too late. And I just ran into you in the dollar store and you got a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And now I'm questioning, why did I move to Alabama? I moved here for you, yet the thing I wanted, I don't got. That could be this person kind of playing out worst case scenario. It's a little bit of a panic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into an extended, and I want to see what their intentions are and what action will be taken and if their actual fears are going to come true. So if you want it, you can find it on Gumroad individually, or you can always find it on Patreon. See you guys soon.